Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Friday, March 20th. You'll be interested to know. 206 years ago, today in 1820, Susan B. Anthony was born into a Quaker family in Adams, New York, growing into a tireless advocate for women's voting rights and social reform. Her lifelong leadership helped build a nationwide women's suffrage movement, laying organizational and legal foundations that propelled later successes. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Friday at Ocean Beach. This morning it's looking fair with waves around 2 to 3 feet. The swell is consistent, holding steady until noon, when it bumps up to 2 to 4 feet. Winds are sideshore at 5 miles per hour, shifting to onshore by 1 p.m. at 7 miles per hour, adding some chop to the surface. Best time to ride is at 9 a.m., with the 2-foot incoming mid-tide, when the west swell is 3 feet at 12 seconds, and the sideshore wind is 4 miles per hour. The first low tide on Friday will be 0 foot at 7 a.m., followed by a 5-foot high tide at 1:30. The nearshore buoy in San Francisco Bar reads 57 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions start fair with waves at 2 to 4 feet, but choppy conditions develop by morning. A steady increase in swell brings 3 to 5 foot waves by afternoon. The winds shift onshore, making for challenging surf. Sunday sees cleaner conditions with 4 to 7 foot waves, offering the best surf of the period before fading into Monday's fair, but choppy 4 to 6 foot sets. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 58 degrees with 5 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:22, and it will rise again tomorrow at 7:11. It looks like we're in for some sunny weather today, with a high near 75 and temperatures cooling to around 69 in the afternoon, accompanied by a light northwest breeze, around 6 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 83. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 55 and a moderate west wind, around 9 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather. This morning, it's sunny and it feels like 58 degrees with 5 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:22, and it will rise again tomorrow at 7:11. It looks like we're in for some mostly cloudy skies today, with a high around 60 and a mild breeze. Tonight, expect continued mostly cloudy conditions, with a low of 56 and light winds picking up a bit. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, new condos in Santa Clara are facing serious issues, prompting scrutiny of first-time developer Legend USA, just 2 years after opening. Last Saturday night, residents were evacuated when a firefighter warned that the building behind them might collapse. Madalena Goulart, a live-in caretaker, and her neighbors hurriedly packed their belongings, unsure of when they could return. The 36-unit complex, Villa Bella, had quickly sold out, with some condos going for over $1 million. As of now, around 130 residents remain displaced, dealing with leaks, structural concerns, and unanswered complaints. Now on to sports. We have our first big upset of the 2026 NCAA tournament. Number 12 seed High Point shocked number 5 Wisconsin with 15 three-pointers and 13 offensive rebounds. High Point entered the tournament as the third most likely underdog to advance to the second round, and they did. Now they face number 4 Arkansas with a 30.8% chance of another upset. High Point's previous success came from their rebounding and shooting ability, which could exploit Arkansas. In local sports, the Warriors head to Detroit today for a 4:30 tip. Golden State is 33-36, fighting for the play-in. They need to beat Portland in an elimination game just to get in. Detroit is 49-19, and with Steph Curry managing a knee issue, the Doves need everyone to contribute. Down in San Jose, the Sharks got shut out 5-0 by Buffalo last night. A 3-goal burst in the second buried it. San Jose dropped its third straight and sits 1 point back of Seattle for the final wild card with 14 games to go. Macklin Celebrini carries an 8-game point streak into tomorrow's home date with the Flyers at 1 o'clock. The Giants beat Colorado 14-11 in Cactus League action yesterday, but right-hander Hayden Birdsong is out for the year. The club confirmed his Tommy John surgery Thursday. San Francisco takes on the Royals tonight at 5:05 in Scottsdale, 5 days before opening day against the Yankees. And the 49ers face a critical deadline today. A $10 million option bonus on Trent Williams' deal kicks in, putting his contract situation in motion. In top news, you might soon be able to watch Apple TV in your car. When it is safely parked, obviously. Code references in the latest version of iOS to a surprising new feature in CarPlay, the ability to play movies and television shows in your car. The first string reads, "When you are not driving, open Apple TV on iPhone and review the privacy information." The second states, "When you are not driving, sign in to Apple TV on iPhone." This discovery hints that progress is finally being made in integrating this feature. In business news, the United States military's request for $200 billion in additional funding for the Iran war faced significant opposition in Congress on Thursday. Both Democrats and some Republicans questioned the necessity of this funding after substantial defense appropriations last year. A U.S. official confirmed that the Department of Defense has asked the White House to approve this request. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth stated, "It takes money to kill bad guys," emphasizing the importance of funding. Lawmakers have expressed concerns about the escalating costs of the conflict, which has already exceeded $11 billion in its first 6 days. Opinion polls indicate that only 1 in 4 Americans supports the war. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 3.5% for the week to about $70,000. Ethereum is down 1% to just over $2,000. And XRP is unchanged at $1.45. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. 43 years ago, scientists dropped gophers onto a volcano, and today, they are tiny heroes. What began as a bold experiment has proved to be a significant ecological intervention. Following the eruption of Mount St. Helens in May of 1980, scientists released gophers to stimulate beneficial bacteria and fungi. This action helped create a microbial community that improved nutrient retention for plant life. 6 years after the gopher introduction, the area flourished with 40,000 plants, while untouched plots remained barren. Now, decades later, mycorrhizal fungi continue to support thriving vegetation. This highlights the vital interdependence of nature. And in entertainment news, Spider-Man Brand New Day is already web-slinging its way to history. The Sony Pictures trailer, released on Wednesday morning, has become the biggest trailer of all time with $718.6 million views in 24 hours. The Spidey trailer broke the previous record held by Deadpool and Wolverine, which had $365 million views. In just 8 hours, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer had $373 million views, breaking the record by Deadpool 3. Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters on July 31st. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American suffragist and women's rights advocate, Susan B. Anthony. And she said, "Failure is impossible when we stand united for justice and equality in the face of adversity." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach.